Have you ever thought about what might happen if you actually said yes to everything that life has to offer you, including all of the challenging things? I know it sometimes sounds and feels actually a bit counterintuitive, but this approach can radically transform your life because allowing isn't just a passive acceptance, it's an active, conscious choice to say yes to everything that life brings your way, whether it's something really joyful or something really challenging or easy or difficult. Allowing means embracing all of it is part of the divine flow. So, what difference can this really make, and what would it mean for your daily life? That's what we're going to cover in today's discussion, in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey there, yogis and yoginis. I'm Lisa Engles Witter, and as always, welcome to my channel, where I help spiritual seekers just like you to harness the ancient teachings and wisdom of yoga to live an extraordinary life. And the goal of this channel, super simple. It's just to make it easier than ever before for anyone, including you, to find happiness and fulfillment in their everyday life by using this wisdom that's already been passed down to us for millennia. So before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I put out videos just like this one on a regular basis. So in the non-dual tantric teachings, there's this really profound understanding that all of manifest reality, including your thoughts and emotions, they all arise from this unconditional yes that the divine says to all of the infinite possibilities that exist within itself. And this yes isn't a passive agreement. It's this active embrace of everything that could ever be. It's this allowing of every aspect of reality to manifest without judgment and without preference. So just imagine for a moment the divine consciousness allowing everything, from the most sacred to the most profane, to exist in perfect harmony, where nothing is rejected and nothing is favored. Everything is an expression, is experienced as an expression of the inherent nature of the divine. So I understand that this idea can be super challenging, especially when we think about all of the suffering and the war and the many injustices that we see in the world today. These are very profound and painful realities, and it's very natural to struggle with how they can fit into this non-dual understanding. So my intention here is not to diminish those experiences or to suggest that there are simple answers. There aren't. Instead, I want to invite you to consider that this idea of allowing is about embracing life's complexities as an expression of the one divine consciousness, and recognizing that even in the face of what we don't fully understand, there is a deeper wisdom at play. Now, this brings us to a very powerful inquiry. How often are we resisting what's happening in our own lives? When we encounter a challenging situation or an uncomfortable emotion or an unexpected change, most often our instinct is to struggle, is to push against it, or to try to control it, to alter it, or to fit our preferences, right? We think, oh, this shouldn't be happening, or I need to fix this. But what if instead of resisting, we practiced allowing? What if instead of resisting these experiences, we recognized that saying yes is simply aligning ourselves with the greater pattern of reality, with what is, right? With what is already and existing within the flow of the divine. So allowing doesn't mean, as I said before, that we're passive or that we're indifferent. It's about recognizing that every experience, whether we label it as good or bad or pleasant or painful, all of it is a part of the pattern of reality. Every experience literally is an opportunity to align ourselves with the flow of the pattern, to say yes to life as it is, and to find peace in that type of acceptance. When we stop resisting, we open ourselves up to this deeper understanding and a more harmonious way of living. Now, what if we took this understanding just another step further? What if instead of resisting or trying to control every situation, we allowed our circumstances to be just as they are, even if they don't align with our preferences, right? It's really, really crucial to understand that allowing doesn't mean condoning harmful behaviors or tolerating abuse of any kind. It's not about giving up your right to take necessary and appropriate action in order to protect yourself and hold appropriate boundaries for yourself and others. Rather, it's about allowing is about recognizing that every experience, no matter how difficult or no matter how unwelcome it might be, it's an expression of the one divine consciousness. It's about seeing the situation through the lens of awareness and consciousness, and acknowledging its presence in your life without automatically reacting with resistance or judgment. So I invite you to take a moment here to reflect on any area of your life where you are resisting right now. Maybe it's a situation that feels like it's out of your control, or an emotion that's really hard to face, or a relationship that's challenging. What would it feel like to simply allow this situation to exist without trying to change it, while still honoring your boundaries and your well-being? To say, yes, I allow this to be here as long as it needs to be, and to leave as soon as it's ready. What if you could ask yourself or have that attitude? Because by doing this, you're not resigning yourself to the situation. You're actually aligning yourself with the greater pattern of reality, with the divine flow, and trusting that even this, even if it's a challenge, it has a place and a purpose in your journey. So this kind of allowing can bring a profound sense of peace, because it removes that tension and conflict that resistance creates, and it opens you up to new insights and deeper understanding, direct understanding, and a more harmonious way of living. And it also ensures that you're not compromising your safety or your values. So when we embrace this art of allowing, we might call it, right, we step into a space of non-resistance. We step into this place where we no longer feel compelled to fight against the flow of what is the flow of life. And again, I want to be clear, make this super crystal clear, that doesn't mean that we're passive or indifferent to what's happening around us. It really is just about acknowledging that everything, every event, every emotion, every experience has its place and its purpose in the larger pattern of our life. Without the tension that we normally bring of resistance, we find that we can navigate our challenges in life with a lot greater grace and ease. So allowing is also something that we can do as part of a spiritual practice. For instance, when we allow ourselves to fully feel and experience the spectrum of thoughts and emotions that arise in response to any particular circumstance that we might find ourselves in, what happens is we start to recognize as a direct experience that everything, even the most difficult moments, are not obstacles on our path. Instead, they are essential parts of our path, right? So, how can you begin to integrate the art of allowing into your life? The first step really is just to notice when you're in resistance to anything, whether it's a thought, whether it's an emotion, or a particular situation that you find yourself in. Instead of trying to push it away or trying to change it immediately or manipulate it, try saying yes to it. Allow it to be just as it is, and then notice what happens, because you'll find that the tension is released and that space actually opens up for new insights and for new solutions to emerge. So if this topic resonates with you, allowing is actually one card in my Karmic Warrior Oracle, which I created to guide you towards a freer, more fulfilling life. And each of the 64 cards in my Karmic Warrior Oracle represents one of 4 key principles in clearing karmic patterns that can keep you stuck, repeating the same lessons in life. So you can draw a single card from the deck for insight, or you can do a full spread to dive into a deeper inquiry. And the Oracle really offers guidance and solutions to any situation in life. So I put the link to that in the description below if you want to check it out. Also, in the work I do with clients, I help them to identify their primary karmic patterns. It's really crucial for my clients, when working with my clients, to help them understand what's blocking their path to joy and love and prosperity. So if you're curious about which karmic pattern or patterns might be affecting your life the most, I've created a free quiz just for you. And you can also find that in the video description below as well. And after you take the quiz, you'll receive your results along with really valuable insights into your primary karmic pattern and how it might be influencing your daily life. So thank you for joining me. If you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I put out videos just like this one on a regular basis. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you practice allowing in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.